Hello guys and welcome back. So in this video we will be learning about software development life cycle and the types of software development life cycle. So software development life cycle is the process in which the software is being made from the planning to the execution and deployment into the customers. So let's start. So sorry, so there are seven steps in the software development life cycle. So the first phase is the requirement phase. So in this phase the software development team, the developer team interacts with the stakeholders and the users to to collect their requirements and to document it so they can make the software based on that. This is called the requirement phase, where all the requirements are being documented and provided to the developers. The second is the feasibility study. So what we mean by the feasibility study, it's the estimation of the expenses, resources and time. So obviously when you're making a software, you need to estimate the amount of resources you will have, the amount of expenses that it will take, and the time, the most important one, the time. Because let's say if a customer wants the software to be made on early an urgent basis, so you need to study the requirement, and make a feasibility report based on that what, like how much time it will take to make this particular software and inform the customer about it. The third one is the after this feasibility report has been study has been taken out. The third is the design phase. In the design phase, the developer teams start designing the architecture of the software. Let's say if there's a website to make, so based on the requirements, the software developer team will start designing the architecture of the software. And how, let's say it's a website, so there will be some features. If it's an e-commerce website, so there should be login page, there should be add to cart options there. They design all the features of that particular software and the outlook of that particular software. The fourth one is the development phase. In this phase, the developers start actually, programming, and start writing a code for the particular software. So the development team, based on the design architecture, they can divide the design into two categories: high level design and low level design. In the high level design, they will deal with the um, bigger things like uh, big modules of the software, and the and low level design, they will work on the basic single unit design of the software, of the functions. So the development phase, the developers start programming by using any languages, C, C++, Python, Java, JavaScript, anything which is required for that particular software. And one thing I forgot to mention, that in the language which should be chosen, it's there, in the uh, design phase and feasibility study. These the Programming language is decided in that phase, and based on that, development phase is started after that. The fifth one is the testing phase. After the software is being made, here comes the testing, which is the main area of interest for of us for this course. So that in the testing phase, what the developers pass the software being built to the testing team, and the testing team starts analyzing the software based on the requirements given by the customer, and test the software whether it is according to the user requirements and needs or not. And if it's not, it detect the bugs and defects, and report it back to the developer teams, and the it again starts the development phase and start debugging the defects or bugs in the software. And as long as it has defects, so after the defects has been corrected, it has been solved, though then it goes to the deployment phase where where if it's, let's say, if it's an app, then the app is uploaded to the Play Store or something, where from where it can be downloaded by the users. So after that, the deployment stage, after the testing phase, the deployment stage phase comes in, where the software is delivered from the developers to the users through any the mechanism which is there, from where the developed software is delivered from developers to user. It's in the deployment phase. The last but not the least is the maintenance phase. Let's say if the software needs updating from day to day according to the user requirement, so this comes in the maintenance phase. If I give you a short example, you always come across updates for the like, let's say, Instagram, Facebook. So this is actually the maintenance phase, where the developer starts sorry, the developers update the software and support the software after it has been delivered to the market or the users. So there are actually different development life cycles, different ways, approaches that are being used in the software development life cycle. We will learn about the few of them. The first one is the waterfall model. Then we have V model. After that, we have iterative model. The fourth is agile model, which is very important. That is Scrum. We will learn about that in future videos. And then we have spiral model, and then we have prototype model. So these are the types of software development life cycle, and we will learn about them in details in future, each one of them. So this is it for this video. In the next video, we will learn about software testing life cycles, which comes in the testing phase. In the testing phase, there is this software testing life cycle, and after that, we will start learning about these waterfall model, V model, and iterative model, and agile model, and so on. So thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video.